So speaking of dumb people, in a Pew Research Center study on Monday, and I took this test, only a quarter of U.S. adults in a recent survey could fully identify factual statements as opposed to opinion in news stories. Do you think people are really that misinformed?
You know, this survey showed that only about 25% of U.S. adults could fully identify factual statements as opposed to opinion. Now, there were a little over 5,000 people involved in this survey, and the participants were given 5 factual statements, and an example of one where a factual statement was spending on Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid made up the largest portion of the U.S. federal budget. Okay? And then there were 5 opinion statements, such as democracy is the greatest form of government. And then they were asked to identify which ones were factual and which ones were opinion. And only 25% were able to actually accurately and fully identify the difference. Now, the research also showed that Republicans and Democrats were more likely to think news statements are factual when the statements appeal to their side or their opinion, even if the statements were opinions. So, look, I say this. There's far too much fake news out there, which is all politically motivated. It's not even idealistic. It's political. And that's making it difficult for people to tell the difference between what's fact and what's fiction. So it really comes down to a statement on how the news media operates right now. Everybody is just pushing their agenda, regardless of the facts, regardless of what's true. Your side's always right, the other side's always wrong, and vice versa. And it's dividing our nation, and it's a really bad thing.